Hey everyone, I'll be covering all of the Nintendo Switch's game announcements for the second week of August, so let's get started. While investigating the disappearance of a pair of sisters, something terrible happens to Carolyn Walker. Waking up in the dead of night, hooked up to decrepit medical equipment, she must fight for her life as she explores the whole of an abandoned mansion turned hospital in the survival horror game Tormented Souls. Titan Glory is a sci-fi mech game with the emphasis on weapon variety, multiple game modes, and open arena combat. Take part in tournaments to earn your valuable share of the loot with 12 fully upgradable mechs at your disposal. Play either alone versus bots or take on 11 other players in online matches around the globe. Offering a new side story missions featuring Olimar and Louis, co-op multiplayer options throughout the entire story mode, all of the DLC stages from the original release, a Pikapledia featuring monster facts and so much more, Pikmin 3 Deluxe is set to release on Switch October 30th. The first-person horror adventure game with strong narratives, The Last Days of Lazarus, gives off Soviet-era gothic vibes with supernatural elements. Each character has a corrupted version of the truth that humans navigate while dealing with otherworldly horrors breathing down your neck. With no flashy over-the-top effects, just combat influenced by classic kung fu films, Shaolin vs. Wutang, it's a love letter to 70s classic cinema offering hand-to-hand combat with 27 inspired authentic martial art styles, over 20 stages, and authentically licensed sounds from classic films. Within the human's mind, you play as a small bird that moves smoothly through the thoughts, fears, and memories of a person. Your object is to find the memory shards in order to help this individual progress, get better, and move the story forward in airy broken memories. Discover a tale of war, darkness, and the power of bonds, and Savior of Sapphire Wings, a dungeon-crawling RPG where the hero must lead a new generation to avenge their forefathers. NIS of America also confirmed that alongside Sapphire Wings, Stranger of Sword and City Revisited will be bundled in free of charge. This version of the game includes newly additional content, more characters, more in-game events, new items, and several new endings. The classic Mini Motor is back in Mini Motor Racing X, with an expansive career mode offering hundreds of races, dozens of cars to unlock and upgrade. Local split-screen action is also supported for up to 4 players in local and online multiplayer that offers both traditional and party mode racing. This is the Zodiac speaking as a fact-based single-player noir psychological thriller based off the story of the Zodiac, one of the most famous never-caught serial killers, mixing 70s California visuals with a moody soundtrack where investigating stealth movement and multiple endings are the key driver. As a mere Chinese farmer, Wei Cheng has to avenge the death of his family after a pirate raid on his peaceful village. This propels the action-packed battles with user-friendly controls in 9 Monkeys of Shaolin, where 3 unique fighting styles branch off to give you full control of this narrative story. Originally released back in 2008, the original Braid was touted as a clever puzzle platforming adventure. During the recent PlayStation State of Play, the developers confirmed that Braid Anniversary Edition is releasing next year on Switch, with newly upgraded visuals, re-envisioned areas, improved music, and developer commentary. Dakapon Up, Mugen no Roulette is a crossover between the Otawarerumo franchise and the Dakapon series, mixing some board game and RPG elements. The comedic stylings that Urawa is known for all are here, with the clever Japanese-style writing that Dakapon is beloved for. Take control of Glitch in an action-packed twin-paced platformer that's equal part relentless and charming in Glitch's Trip. Travel around your local star system's moons in over 100 handcrafted levels where you puzzle solve a wide variety of dangerous environments, where Glitch just has one goal, to save his home. The Pedestrian is a 2.5D side-scrolling puzzle platformer where you enter dynamic 3D worlds, tasked to rearrange and connect them in order to explore and advance through each of the environmentally placed puzzles. Serving as a spiritual successor to Phantom Breaker, Ogre Tell lets you select from 3 Onigashima sisters set to challenge the newly found order the world sees itself in. Play alone or via co-op with up to 2 other players through the entire campaign when it releases later this year. Originally revealed in early 2019, Double Kick Heroes is finally set to launch August 13th on Switch. Get ready to jump out of the mosh pit into your favorite warfighter to take on the mayhem-inducing waves in cleverly rhythmic shooting combat, offering 50 songs across a full story, allowing you full use of the Joy-Con motion controls. Play as a half-human, half-beast girl named Eugene, attempting to save mankind from the encroaching dangers out of the underworld. As the portals remain open, hostile forces encroach ever further, where her fast skills and punishing blows help her save everyone close to her in Neko Nijan Eugene. King of Fighters R2 was shadow dropped in the eShop this past week after the original reveal a few months back. This is the second Neo Geo Color game making its way to the system, with a roster of 23 fighters, including some hidden unlockable favorites. Phoenotopia Awakening is a narrative-driven single-player adventure filled with charming characters, vibrant colors, and dangerous dungeons. Soak in the atmosphere with plenty of side events or tackle the quest to save the townfolk. Bringing both the critically acclaimed Alto's Adventure and Alto's Odyssey into one package, the Alto Collection lets players explore the ivory snows and the endless desert together. Join Mountain Shepherd Alto and his friends set out to rescue people across the world. Fallen City Brawl is a 2D beat-em-up inspired by classics like Double Dragon, Final Fights, and Streets of Rage. 4 playable characters are offered with their own combos, specials, and finishers, where counters, parries, air throws, grapples, and dodges are the main tools at your disposal. Koisuru Otome is a remake of the 2007 original visual novel, now set to add new routes with each character with full support of high-definition graphics, revamped story paths, and new cleaned-up audio. Gunjo Academy is a facility designed to gather and isolate students who do well by the school's newly appointed rules. After failing summer school, the Broadcasting Club is set on the ride of their lives trying to fix their test scores in the visual novel, cross-channel for all people. The point-and-click adventure game putting you in the shoes of Detective McQueen, the Darkside Detective Season 2, is getting a second season picking up right where the first one left off. Akupara Games is confirming a 2021 release for this extra-dimensional adventure thriller. Keep an eye out on the mood of your band members and gain control of the situation by adjusting their onstage positions while using abilities in Cruel Band Career. Upgrade your characters or invest on unlockable musicians with their very own perks starting August 6th. Combining shmup action with MOBA elements, Zero Strain sets itself apart by focusing on the strategic weapon juggling as you gain control of a series of top-down arenas. Turn the tide of battle by focusing on your defense and slowly building up your offense. Sap polygonally based baddies with absurdly overpowered lasers in We Are Doomed. Offering several score-chasing modes, tackle dozens of levels set to throw the kitchen sink at you with vibrant colors and boldly shaped enemies dead set on your demise. Combine the 4 key alchemic elements with some assorted ingredients to craft the most powerful items in the world, aiding on your quest in alchemic adventure. Inspired by narrative visual novels, the strategic-focused RPG Wintermoor Tactics Club focuses on tabletop campaigns to help your students overcome their personal problems and discover their very own fantasy as the club grows. Blast your way through each stage in the search for a boss in the vertical scrolling shmup Crimson Clover World Explosion. And that's what the Game Announcements will be covering this week. I'm glad that Pikmin 3 is finally playable to an entirely new audience. It's a great game that is finally no longer trapped in the Wii U. Let's hope that the last few remaining games make it over to the Switch as well. So with all that said, as per always, thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate the support, and be sure to leave a like and subscribe and hit the bell to receive notifications when the videos go up. See ya!